testing, 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 testing. All right, Bird. You're in the catbird seat.
Oh no.
You'll be fine. This is actually something that keep me entertained to watch a baseball game. So
Yeah.
the fact that I'm on air and like
Is this your drink?
yeah. Also, you can be able
Okay.
to you can pull up the YouTube channel for like the game. Go to YouTube.
Live video?
Mm-hmm.
Live video
Mm-hmm.
for us?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
And then you see how many people are actually tuning in, like watching us.
Ah,
So 71
we
watch
got
right now.
73.
They just heard me go testing, testing, testing.
Hey, needs to happen.
Welcome all to Holly Springs here at King Stadium today, awaiting this featured matchup between the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon and the captains of Christopher Newport. Game was originally scheduled for 11 a.m. We have had quite the weather here today in Holly Springs, on and off rain. So definitely, both teams will have to adjust to the later set time, but we are here, almost ready to go for this, big time matchup between two teams who are looking to go 3-0 in this regional and putting themselves in a really good position to win this region and advance to the College World Series. My name is Bryson Gibson. I'll be on a call today. Like I said, I'm excited to be here with you all. Thanks for all for tuning in. And we'll be signing back on here in just a couple moments for the first pitch. Welcome back to Holly Springs, North Carolina, here at Ting Stadium. I am Bryson Gibson, here ready to give you the call for this matchup between Christopher Newport University and Randolph-Macon College. So today, like I said before, this has been a game that was originally scheduled for 11 a.m. but has been pushed back to 3 p.m. And now these two teams are ready. Now I'm just going through a couple of things, lineups, things like that, stuff to look out for. On the mound today, we have Matthew Nichols, who has appeared in 10 games this year, started 8. Actually, his last appearance was against the same Christopher Newport team where he got the win. And so he'll be looking to do the same thing today on the mound for his team. And Christopher Newport will bring out Josh Husby, be on the mound for them today. He also on the year, Husby, has appeared in 10 games and started 8. And so we'll be interesting matchup we'll have on tap today, and we're looking forward to seeing what these two guys do on the mound. So like I said, a highly anticipated matchup. Both these teams are 2-0 in this South Regional. Winner of this game positions themselves in a great spot to take this region. And so this will be a highly contested game. Expect a lot of back and forth baseball. And settle in and buckle in for a good game here at Holly Springs Ting Stadium. Up now, we have center fielder Jordan Mason. First pitch, call strike. Here he is. Here's delivery. Another strike. Very good start on the mound for Nichols. Get ahead of that pitch count, 0-2. Delivery, ball, right outside on the corner, a little too outside for the umpire. So here we are, 1-2 count. In delivery, the slow chopper, out. Nice play by the second baseman. Routine ground ball out at first. So pretty good start for Randolph-Macon, and Matt Nichols on the mound, making some quick work of the first batter. Right now we have Connor Clark, who had a big night last night. Had to walk off a single to seal the game in extra innings in the bottom of the 10th. So we're interested to see what he does today and how he starts his day off facing Nichols. First pitch, another strike. Nichols has found the strike zone very early and often in this game. Very good sign for Randolph-Macon. Call ball. Outside, a little high for the umpire. And here's the delivery. Another call ball just outside. Now the count 2-1 for Mr. Clark. Grounder to the shortstop. Routine out at first. So first two batters that Nichols has seen, he has retired on 2 ground balls. This is something to keep an eye on. Is yesterday pitcher Nick Roth, who took the mound for Macon, made a lot of quick work early in that Denison game. And so it seems like right now Nichols is trying to do the same early in this game, is keeping that pitch count low and trying to make quick work of this lineup. Here up is Seth Woodard, very, very dangerous third baseman for CNU. It should be a good matchup. Seth Woodard was 2 for 4 yesterday on the day. First pitch, ball, 1-0 count. 2 outs right now at the top of the first. Strike on that delivery. A swing and a miss for Seth Woodard. Trying to be very aggressive right now at the plate. I love watching early in the game to see how the pitchers are trying to find their comfort zone, the strike zone, and the hitters are trying to find out how pitchers are going to pitch and get a read on it early. Foul off. Something that's been very key in a lot of these matchups is that hitters have been very, very stingy in these regionals. A lot of fouled off tips and battling back and forth. And we'll see today if Chris from Newport tries to do that to Nichols and wear him down throughout the game. Here we go. 1-2 count. Delivery. And strike out. That's the first of the day for Mr. Nichols. And a really good inning for the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets. And 3 up, 3 down. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back to Team Stadium here. Bottom of the first, Macon's first time at bat. Right now on the mound we have Josh Husby for CNU, who is 5-0 on the year. Has appeared in 10 games, started in 8, and a 2.66 ERA. He'll be facing Ryan Dufourn, center fielder for Randolph-Macon. First pitch, call strike. Ryan Dufourn had a very, very, very good game yesterday. He has been a key and intricate part of what they've done at the regionals up to this point. Ryan Dufourn has 6 at bats, 2 for 6. Grounded out at first. As I was speaking about Ryan Dufourn, all his good things, he got out. But has had a great, great, great regional so far. Looks like he do that. But 0 for 1 to start the day. Right now we have Jeff Butler, our second baseman for Randolph-Macon, up to bat. Jeff Butler is 4 for 10. All right, on this during the regional, and he'll be facing Josh Husby right now. First pitch, call ball. And the delivery, strike. Here we go, 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first, second batter. And the delivery, another ball that's in the dirt. A little low on that. All right, he's still trying to find his command, his control of his pitches right now. Husby is. 2-1 count. Nice foul off tip right there from Mr. Butler. No, he's going to battle. Now we have a 2-2 count here in the bottom of the first. Another foul off tip. Some high heat from Mr. Husby. Butler is battling away. Very excited to see this matchup because, like I said, Macon has so many great hitters throughout the lineup, and they're going to make it very, very hard on these pitchers to work through the lineup, and Mr. Husby is finding that out right now. Pitch. A full count right now. 3-2. And the delivery. Another foul off. Good rip there by Mr. Butler. Randolph-Macon has very, very talented hitters throughout this lineup, like I said before. So it'll be very interesting to see how they get off to a start here. They look to be very aggressive to try to rattle Mr. Husby, but this should be a good one to watch. Specifically with these two teams who've played before, and Macon had won those 2 games earlier this year. A swing, a ground ball up to the second baseman. The throw was a little high, and Mr. Butler reaches on an infield single. Very nice work there by Mr. Butler. Like I said, the second baseman came up with the ground ball with the throw a little high there, and so now we have Cole Miglioroni on the third hitter for Randolph-Macon. He steps up to the plate, keeping that runner honest with a pickoff. Making sure he does not get too big of a lead off first, as Mr. Butler is trying to see if he can maybe steal second here. All right, 0-0 count. Pitch. A little outside. 1-0 count here for Cole Migliorini. Migliorini, I'm sorry. Here, pitch. Little outside again. Another ball. Here, 2-0 count. It's very, very important for Husby to try to stay ahead of this pitch count with these hitters from Macon. You don't want to give them good opportunities with hitters count. Here we go. Another pitch. Another ball. So now we're looking at 3-0 hitters count here for Randolph-Macon, and see what they can do with this opportunity with a man on first. Again. There's a strike from Mr. Husby. 3-1 count now. Here. Wind up. And there is another ball, and there's a walk. And so now we find ourselves in a very predicament situation for Christopher Newport. There's a man on first and second. And now Rick Spires comes up to the at-bat who homered last night, a 3-run shot. And now he's in a situation here where he can help his team out a lot with 2 men on and 1 out in the bottom of the first. So Macon is already looking to put some runs on the board here early in the ball game. So this is a tight spot for CNU. Interested to see how they deal with it. If Husby can kind of gather himself and see if he can get out of this jam. Pitch, little inside, call for a ball, 1-0 count. This Randolph-Macon team is very impressive. This is the winningest class, foul tip-off for Spires. This is the winningest class in Randolph-Macon history. They have recorded 118 victories during the past 4 years, the most in any class in program history. So you're looking at a team here with a lot of experience, and a lot of them are used to winning. And so, this team is the top in the region for a reason. And like I said, right now with 2 men on and bottom of the first, they're looking to start off early against this tough CNU squad. The delivery, another foul off tip for Mr. Spires. These hitters from Randolph-Macon are very, very patient, and they're going to take their pitches. They're going to battle you at the plate because they have been coached, and they know, hey, when that pitch comes that they want, they'll be ready. And they're going to foul off a lot of things to make sure they get that pitch they want. Pitch delivery, low, another ball. Count comes to 2-2 here for Mr. Husby. Here, delivery. Nice base hit down the third base line, and they're sending them home. And that run will score for Randolph-Macon. A RBI single for Rick Spires, and the Yellow Jackets are on the board first. They have struck first blood in this game, and they are looking to now add to this with Joseph Tizzolo up to bat, one of the best hitters in the lineup. So CNU right now is in a situation very early in the game where they have to try to figure out how to get out of this jam. Man on first and second with Tizzolo at bat. Pitch. Call strike. Here, pitch again. Little inside. It seems like Husby right now is having a little bit of a hard time trying to find his comfort zone right now and trying to find that strike zone. So it'll be interesting to see if he can settle down into this game and get to a point where he can throw some strikes to put more pressure on these hitters. Here we go. Pitch delivery. Wild pitch. Both runners go, and they advance to second and third. So here we see now, an error by CNU, and for Randolph-Macon, the team is already very dangerous at the bat. You don't want to give them more opportunities to score, and here now they have guys on second and third and a dangerous batter up. So CNU would need to really be sharp in how they go about this situation. Pitch. Call strike. Nice pitch there from Husby. Count 2-2. Here we go. Pitch delivery. Hits up to the first baseman. Beats him to the bag. He's out, but there's a run that scores. So Macon now has taken a 2-0 lead in the bottom of this first inning. Now we have up the catcher Reese Yergin, who is 1 for 5 right now in this region, and so looking to probably get on get a hit and get back into his regular groove. And here facing Husby, first pitch, a little low in the dirt. Pitch, call strike. Nice pitch there from Mr. Husby. Brings the count to 1-1. Reese Yergin was all ODAC first team. He's appeared in 36 games with 34 starts. Here he is in a good spot to help his team. Oh, chopper down the third baseman, gloves it, and out at first. So 2-0 right now, heading to the top of the second. Randolph-Macon showing early their offensive firepower, going up 2, and we'll be right back with the top of the second with seeing you at bat. All right, we are back in Holly Springs, North Carolina, at Ting Stadium for this D3 South regional matchup between Randolph-Macon and Christopher Newport. If you guys are just joining us, Randolph-Macon took a 2-0 lead early in the first inning, and now up to bat for CNU. First pitch, call strike. Off the bat, we have John Anderson, DH for CNU. Hoping to help his team right now start a rally and get going here. Second pitch, chop of the third, and that will be a foul out. Like I said, this will be a long game, and CNU has lively bats as well in their lineup, so they won't get rattled. But I'm sure here they're looking to get some things going here against Nichols and see if they can kind of crack the code. 0-2 count right now. No outs. Pitch. Ball, a little low for the umpire. So we got a 1-2 count here. Nichols facing Anderson. He went and out at first. So there's one out right now for Randolph-Macon, and Nichols is staying true to what he did in the first inning with making quick work of these hitters in the CU lineup right now. This is actually something very telling and will be very key to watch as throughout this game he's able to make quick work to keep that pitch count down to extend himself in this game. Now what we have, Nick Baham up for CNU. First pitch, swing and a miss for a call strike. 0-1 count. Second pitch, a little high. Breaking ball attempt there. They have 1-1 count. Here, the delivery popped up. Will they be able to make a play on it? Oh, good effort there by the outfielder and the first baseman from Randolph-Macon to try to make a play on that ball. So the count is still 1-2 here. Glad to see the weather has cleared up here in Holly Springs. We should be clear for the rest of the day. We are knocking on wood about that one. But it's clear, and now we have some good baseball to watch. I'm sure both of these teams were eager to get going here, and we're glad to bring it to you today here at Holly Springs at King Stadium. All right, we get ready for the next pitch. The delivery. Called strike. Second strikeout of the day for Mr. Nichols as he sits down Mr. Anderson. Now this will bring up Craig Johnson, who homered last night and was a key part of that win yesterday for CNU against College of New Jersey. He'll be up today hoping to get the offense started and be a spark plug for this team. First pitch. A slow chopper to first and out. So very, very quick inning for Randolph-Macon and Mr. Nichols as we head to the bottom of the second with your score, Randolph-Macon College 2, Crispin Newport University 0. We are back in Holly Springs, North Carolina, here for the bottom of the second. Randolph-Macon up the bat. My name is Bryson Gibson, delivering the call for you today. Up right now, we have designated hitter 36, Cole Grindy, as he looks to continue the momentum that Randolph-Macon gained in the bottom of that first and see if they can put some more runs on the board. All right, first pitch, a little high for the umpire. So we have a 1-0 count here. This first at bat of the bottom of the second inning for Cole Grindy. Pitch here from Husby. Little outside. Another ball. Like I said, Mr. Husby, as he tries to find the strike zone, it'll be key for him to do that because you don't want to get behind in the count with these hitters from Randolph-Macon. They are very capable of explosive offense at any time. 2-0 count here. Pitch delivery. High again. So a 3-0 count here for Cole Grindy. Another pitch. And that'll be a walk. So Cole Grindy will reach first on a walk, which Randolph-Macon gets off to a good start, as they did in the first inning. Now we have Michael Nichols coming up to play third baseman for Randolph-Macon. His twin brother is actually on the mound today, so we have some twin action going on here today at the regional. He'll look to come up here and try to see if he can get Cole Grindy home and extend this lead for Randolph-Macon. Randolph-Macon is no stranger to North Carolina. This is their third trip to North Carolina this season. The Yellow Jackets won 6-2 at North Carolina Wesleyan on March 15th, and they were 17-9 at Memphis April 3rd. So they have had good luck in North Carolina, and that has extended itself to the regional tournament here, as they are undefeated at 2-0 and off to a great start here against Christopher Newport University. We had a little mound visit between the catcher and coach and Mr. Husby, as they try to figure out the equation to get these Randolph-Macon hitters down and out. So you have one man on, bottom of the second, with Mr. Nichols up the bat. First pitch, a little outside again. So here we have a 1-0 count for Mr. Husby. Call strike there for Husby, a much needed strike. Hopefully this will add some confidence for him as he tries to get things going here against Randolph-Macon. Here, a little outside again for Mr. Husby. So the count is now 2-1 with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Here, next pitch, a foul off for Mr. Nichols. Oh, and the bat went flying on that swing for Mr. Nichols. That would be the count, brings the count to 2-2. And like I said, I hope everybody's okay in the dugout down there. Maybe a little slippery from some of that rain that we had all going on today. As with the regroup, Matt looks to regroup. Michael, I'm sorry, looks to regroup here for his at bat. Matt would be his twin who is pitching on the mound today. So, like I said before, twins are going to make a big impact on this game for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. Here, 2-2 count. Man on first. Seeing you in a tight spot. Here again. The delivery. Pop up to center field. And caught. So now there's one out here for Christopher Newport University, as they were able to get a pop out on Mr. Nichols. Now up to bat, we have Zach Evans, shortstop for Randolph-Macon. Zach is 3 for 7 on the weekend in the South region, batting a .429 right now. So you look at to hopefully continue that streak. Oh, base hit right over the second baseman's head, and that will land for a base hit for a single for Mr. Evans. So now we have two men on, one on first and second, and leading off for the Macon, the top of the lineup is back up Ryan Duforn, who's a first-team All-ODAC player this year for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. So Mr. Husby finds himself in a tough situation again here with 2 man on with only 1 out in the bottom of the second. Let's see what happens here. Pitch goes. Call strike. It's a good start to that bat for Mr. Husby. Who need to see more of those strikes? For him, I think right now needs to get the Randolph-Macon hitters a little uncomfortable. Right now, they're very comfortable at the bat because he's throwing a lot of balls here. So hopefully he can get going in the strike zone and apply that pressure to Randolph-Macon. Here's another pitch. And there's another strike for Mr. Husby. So 0-2 count right now. And like I said, he's facing Ryan Dufort, who has had a good regional so far and looks to help his team right now in this spot with 2 man on. It is so key in these games to have to capitalize on your opportunities when you have the chance. And this is a great one for Randolph-Macon. Here pitch goes a little outside for the umpire. And now we're looking at a 1-2 count and a nice little visit now from the catcher and the pitcher and the shortstop. Maybe trying to figure out if they're going to try to pick this guy off at second or not. Maybe he's getting too big of a lead for their liking. Guess we'll find out. Here we go. 2 on, 1 out, 1-2 count. Pitch. Ooh. Very, very close call. But good eye from Mr. Dufort. And now we have a 2-2 count here. It's crucial at bat right now for Randolph-Macon. Look to add some insurance runs here, overseeing you here in the bottom of the second. There's a foul off right there from Mr. Dufort. Now, Randolph-Macon is, right now against the regional field. Not only have they faced Christopher Newport this season, they've also faced Alvernia, who was eliminated earlier yesterday. So they have good luck against these teams in the regional field they're facing. Here we go. Hit down to the first baseman. He built the throw. Out at first, but able to advance their runners to second and third. That was a very, very close play at first base, as the first baseman had a little bit of trouble with that ground ball, had to gather himself, but able to make the play for CNU. And that was Nicholas Baham who made that play, first baseman for CNU. So now we have 2 outs with a man on second and third for Randolph-Macon College. And Mr. Butler, who singled in the first inning, is back up to bat. Here, first pitch, little inside, but called strike. So inside corner for Mr. Husby. Great location on that pitch. Swing to the shortstop. Can he make the play? Yes, he does. And that will get Christopher Newport out of that jam, as Randolph-Macon looked to threaten with more runs on the scoreboard. But now we head to the top of the third with a 2-0 game here at Holly Springs, North Carolina Team Stadium. And we'll be right back with you in just a few. Glad to have you all back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina, Team Stadium for this top of the third action between Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon College. Up now, we have Nick DiNapoli, shortstop for Christopher Newport. First pitch from Nichols, called strike. A very reoccurring theme for Mr. Nichols as he's been able to get ahead of the pitch count, which has helped him make quick work of these batters early in the ball game. And there's a slow dribbler to the mound. Easy out for Randolph-Macon. And another quick out, quick work for Mr. Nichols in the Yellow Jackets. Here now up, we have is Brandon Walker, catcher for CNU. And he looks to try to get things started for the offense for the Captains. First pitch outside for Mr. Nichols. Count 1-0. And a swing and a miss there with a good pitch from Mr. Nichols. As now he evens up the count to 1-1. We have ones across the board here. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the top of the third. Great breaking ball pitch from Mr. Nichols. Brings the count to 1-2 here at this at bat for Brandon Walker. The pause there from the umpire as we gather things here at this at bat. Hopefully Mr. Walker can get things going for CNU as they look to put some runs on the board against Randolph-Macon. Wow, and now there's another strikeout for Mr. Nichols here. That'll be his third strikeout of the day as he looks to dominate right now early in this ball game. Now we have up second baseman Austin Henry. And this game is so important for both teams, not only to improve to 3-0 in this region, but loser of this game will have to play again tonight. And so with the late start today and things that we have dealt with, the weather, the winner of this game definitely puts himself in a great position for the rest of the weekend. So this is a key game for both teams as they look to try to advance in this regional tournament. Austin Henry, this is his first at-bat today. See what he can do with it against the tough Nichols right now for Randolph-Macon. First pitch. And is a dribbler up third base and fouled off. 0-1 count now for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon. Nichols has a great command right now. What he wants to do is in control of this game. He's definitely settled into this game and very comfortable at the mound. Here's second pitch. Oh, ground ball, shortstop. Play it first, and he's out. So 3 up and 3 down for Nichols. Again for Randolph-Macon. They look to improve their lead now in the bottom of this third, and we'll be right back with you with more action from Holly Springs. We are back here at King Stadium in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here where Randolph-Macon is taking early control of this game, up 2-0 against CNU. Now up to bat is Cole Migliorini, who walked in his first at-bat today. And we'll see what he can do now, facing Josh Husby. Here, first pitch. Little outside for Husby, as he continues to try to find his way in this game with the strike zone and find his comfort today with his pitches. Here, second pitch. A little high again from Mr. Husby. Here, 2-0 count. Here in the bottom of the third. Migliorini at plate. Called strike there for Husby, a welcoming sign for him as he tries to do more of that and tries to get hopefully ahead of the count with these dangerous hitters from Randolph-Macon. Here, pitch again. A little high. Hitters count here for for Migliorini. And so another tough position for Husby right now on the mound. The delivery. Pop up. And a routine play by the center fielder. So, pop up, good for CNU to get out of that jam with Migliorini having a hitter's count there. Now they look to hopefully continue that in this inning. So now we have Rick Spires back up the bat. Rick have the RBI single in his first at bat. So let's see what he can do now. A nice bunt. Can he be at the throw? Yes, he will. And he will, off a wild throw from the third baseman, he will advance to second. So Rick Spires, a great bunt attempt down the third base line. And because of the wild throw from the third baseman, he's able to advance to second. So a great at-bat for him. And he's had two good at-bats today here for his team. Now with Joseph Tizzolo up to at-bat, a dangerous hitter for Randolph-Macon. This is a great position for him to be in right now with a runner in scoring position. Let's see if he can add some insurance runs for the Yellow Jackets. Pitch. Nice strike there. Breaking ball for Josh Husby. A foul off attempt here for Tizzolo. Now the count brings itself to 0-2. The Yellow Jackets seem very comfortable right now in this game. And right now, every inning, they're able to get guys on, and they're very aggressive right now. CNU is on their heels. Here we go. Pitch. And there's a pop-up to the left fielder and a routine play made. So now we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the third with batter Jurgen coming up, the catcher for Randolph-Macon. At his first at-bat for Reese Jurgen, he grounded out. But now they're running a scoring position. Let's see what he can do here. If he can help his team with some insurance runs. As Husby looks to get out this inning, hopefully with minimal damage being made. Here, pitch goes. Nice pitch from Husby. Inside corner of the strike zone. Count 0-1. Here, pitch. Down the third base line. Play at first. Oh, and it would be a called out, close call there. The third baseman made a throw to first. bobbled it a little bit, but seeing you able to make the play and gets out of that inning with no damage being done. So we go now to the top of the fourth. Score still 2-0 in favor of Randolph-Macon. We'll be right back. We are back in Holly Springs, North Carolina. I am Bryson Gibson giving you the call today for this D3 South regional matchup between Randolph-Macon and Christopher Newport. And right now, pitcher for Randolph-Macon, Mr. Nichols, is dealing right now. And up, we have Jordan Mason, who's the top of the lineup for the CNU captain. And he looks to try to get this offense jump started for CNU. They had a little trouble so far facing the tough Nichols on the mound. Just giving it a brief history. The last time these two faced, Nichols was on the mound and got the win. And so right now he's continuing and looking very strong early in this game against Christopher Newport. And his first at bat, Mr. Mason, he grounded out, so 0 for 1 today. Yeah, first pitch of the fourth inning. Wild pitch inside. So the count will go to 1-0. And for CNU, there's a lot of lively bats in this lineup. And so with this game, it'll be a long game. And so for them, I think staying composed and keeping their poise right now will be key. And making sure that they can, see the pitches they want. Nichols is very tough right now. Soften them up and hopefully get some runs going later. Here we go. Second pitch. A swing and a miss from Jordan Mason. Great breaking ball there from Mr. Nichols. Here, a pitch. Swing down the first baseline. That will be a foul ball. So it brings the count to 1-2 for this at bat for Mr. Mason. So Matt Nichols was a academic all-district team member for Randolph-Macon this year. And like I said, he has been a strong pitcher throughout this season for them with a 4-0 record and with 10 appearances and 5 starts. Here, a pop out to second base. And that'll bring 1 out at the top of the fourth. So Matt Nichols right now is in extreme control of this game as Christopher Newport's tried to solve the puzzle to get him and get their team some runs here, because right now he is very, very stingy at the mound. Up now, we have Connor Clark, who is 0 for 1 on today. See what he can do now at bat. First pitch. A slow dribbler down first and called out. So Connor Clark did not get great contact on that ball. Slow dribbler, catcher able to make the play at first. So a 1 pitch out for Mr. Nichols, which is what you want as a pitcher. You can throw 1 pitch out there and get it out. I think you're doing making an efficient work out there, and that's what he's done throughout this game. So now we have 2 outs with nobody on here at the top of the 4th, and facing Seth Woodard, who his first at bat is grounded out. Oh, I'm saying he struck out. Hopefully he goes for a better result. First pitch, ball outside for Matt Nichols. Slight drizzle coming down here a little bit in Holly Springs, but definitely not what it was earlier with all the rain we had. All right, second pitch, a little high, brings the count to 2-0 here. This at bat, Seth Woodard is looking to hopefully, like I said, one of these senior batters wants to try to break the code of Matt Nichols right now. Hopefully he could be him to see if they can get some things going. Pitch. And that will be a strike at the bottom of the strike zone. So great location there for Mr. Nichols, who has been doing it all day so far for his team. And a swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball for Matt Nichols. Brings the count to 2-2 here at the top of the 4th. Here, pitch, low. So we have a 4 count here for this at bat with Seth Woodard. I'm sure seeing you would love to see a good at bat for Seth Woodard ending him getting on base, whether a walk or a hit, just to soften up a little bit of Matt Nichols and his confidence right now. He looks really good, in control on the mound. Here we go, pitch. And there's the walk. So Seth Woodard will reach first, and a man is on for CNU. And so now CNU with a little bit of business in work right now, guy on first. Let's see what they can do with John Anderson, DH, coming up to hit. Hopefully he can make something happen for the captains. It should be noted that CNU played a late game last night, so this slow start may have something to do with, how late they got into bed last night. So hopefully they're shaking off that rust here and going to get going here really soon. Here we go, first pitch for Nichols, facing Anderson, a little high. That'll be called ball. In these situations in tournament baseball and any postseason play, there's no excuses this time of the year. I'm sure CNU coaches will not allow that late game last night be an excuse for today as they look to try to position themselves for 3-0 and be a top team in this region. So here we go, second pitch. And that'll be a swing and a miss for Mr. Anderson. Brings the count to 1-1. It's a great crowd here today for this game, which shows the support that both teams have. Which is great to see this time of year. Here we go, foul off over the third base line. Yes, so both teams, are well-traveled, both from the Virginia area. And like I said, both teams are invested in, this process as both teams have great years. And here they are both 2-0 in this regional, hoping to advance to the finals tomorrow here at Holly Springs at King Stadium. Here, got a little pause here from the pitcher. Got a man on first, Mr. Woodard here. Takes a little bit of a lead. 2 outs here at the top of the 4th. And the rain, a slow drizzle continues here in Holly Springs. Oh. Good block by the catcher. So brings the count to 2-2 on that ball pitch for Mr. Nichols. So right now, for the first time, we see some, a little bit of, pressure on Randolph-Macon and see how they can do in this situation right now. with twos across the board here at Holly Springs. Here, pitch. And there is a single down the first base line for John Anderson. A great at-bat for him. And now that will put a man on first and second for CNU as their offense is starting to come alive here a little bit. Now we have first baseman Nick Baham up, who grounded out in the first at-bat today. And now he looks to hopefully, with runners in scoring position, to add some runs for CNU right now. CNU, who has had a great year, like I alluded to before, sitting here today, 34-10 overall. So this team is, very battle-tested, and they won't go away lightly. So this is the back-and-forth baseball that we expected. That first pitch, we got a pop out to right field, and the play is made. Great play by Randolph-Macon to end the inning with scores in scoring position. And now we will head to the bottom of the fourth with Randolph-Macon 2 and Christopher Newport 0. We'll be right back. And we're back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina, with the score being 2-0 in favor of Randolph-Macon College. I am Bryson Gibson here on the call with you today. And now we have Josh Husby facing Cole Grindy at bat for Randolph-Macon. First pitch, called ball. Cole Grindy in his first at bat walked for the Yellow Jackets. And so he'll hopefully reach base again like he did in his first at bat. There continues to be a slow drizzle here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here we got a foul off for Cole Grindy. Brings the count to 1-1 here. Very important to note that, Randolph-Macon, one of their staples of their team this year is a very, very balanced lineup. And we've seen in all 4 or 3 innings to this point, they're able to get guys on. And here goes second pitch, a third pitch, ball on the way. They're able to get guys on at different spots of the lineup, which shows the quality of depth they have, and which makes them one of the most dangerous teams, not only in this region, but in the country. Here we go. Pitch, Husby. Foul off again for Grindy. Randolph-Macon was ranked number 1 this year for 2 weeks in the D3 poll, which was the highest ranking they've had in school history. So this team is impressive to none the least. But CNU is, in their own right, just as impressive, and they will not back down from this challenge against Randolph-Macon. And like I said, right now sitting at 2-0, still very attached in this game, hoping to get out this inning with minimal damage with Husby on the mound. 2-2 count here. Bottom of the fourth, no outs. Delivery. called strike, and there's a strikeout for Josh Husby, his first of the day for CNU. A great sign for him. I'm sure to add some confidence to his game as we look to, throughout this game, build more confidence for his team. Now we have up to bat. First pitch. Ball. We have Michael Nichols. Sorry for that, folks. Michael Nichols up the bat here. And he has a slow ground ball at the first base line. And he is out by the tag from the pitcher, Josh Husby. What a play off the mound to field that ground ball and tag out Michael Nichols. So now he's sitting here with some quick work by Mr. Husby, which is great for him, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for Christopher Newport. Now comes to bat Zach Evans, who singled in his first at bat for Randolph-Macon. He'll look to do the same here for his team. Here we go. First pitch. Called strike. Nice breaking ball there for Josh Husby as he seems to get a little more comfortable here in this 4th inning for CNU. Pitch. Delivery. A little low there. A little low for a ball. It's also Christopher Newport University. We visited there last year for William Peace men's basketball, and great facilities there. Here we go, foul off. One of the best facilities I've seen at the D3 level, and I'm sure their baseball team there and all the athletic sporting teams benefit from such a great campus and awesome experience they give their student athletes. So no surprise here, they're here in the regionals here, and up 2-0 in this regional right now, facing a tough Randolph-Macon team. Hoping Spark a comeback. Here we go, another foul off for Mr. Evans. Brings the count to 1-2 with 2 outs. Both of these teams very, very good programs across the board, and this is a great matchup between 2 of the best you'll find in D3 across this country. Here we go. Husby winds up, delivers. And that's another strikeout for Husby as he shows some passion walking off the mound. He stares down the Randolph-Macon batter. Love the energy from him. And now CNU hopes to put some runs on the board here in the top of the 5th. We'll be right back in Holly Springs, North Carolina. We are back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina, at the top of the fifth between Randolph-Macon and Christopher Newport University. Matt Nichols is still dealing, only giving up one hit so far in this game. But now he faces Craig Johnson, who is 0 for 1 today, but homered last night in their win against College New Jersey. So let's see what he can do here just at bat. Here, first pitch, really inside. First pitch, call ball, 1-0 count. So Craig Johnson was a spark plug last night for CNU, and they would love to see him do that again today against a tough pitcher. And Mr. Nichols here, second pitch, low in the dirt. So we have 2-0 count here in the top of the fifth for Craig Johnson and CNU. Here's a pitch inside. So now we have a hitter's count. Oh, that's called strike. I am sorry. Called strike. So 2-1 count here for Craig Johnson. Umpire had a better view than me, so I'll take his word for it. 2-1 count here. Delivery. Ball is inside for a ball. So a hitter's count right now here for Craig Johnson. This has not happened a lot today for Mr. Nichols on the mound. He's been able to stay on top of the count. But right now he finds himself in a 3-1 hole against a dangerous hitter in Craig Johnson. Here we go. They'll wind up. And he pops out to right field for an out. So Matt Nichols was able to get out of that jam as he receives the ball from his twin brother at third base, Michael Nichols. Twins on display here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Must be cool playing baseball with a twin of yours. All right, here we go. Here we have up to the plate. First pitch, ball for Christopher Newport. We have Nick DiNapoli up at bat. He fouls off that pitch. So we have a count of 1-1 here in the top of the fifth inning for CNU. Nick DiNapoli looking to get the offense jump started for Christopher Newport. And that ball's in the dirt. So now we have a 2-1 count here for Nick DiNapoli, who in his first at bat grounded out. So looking for a better effort for him right now. Nick DiNapoli, and he fouls off down the third base line for a slow chopper hit. He looks to battle right now against Matt Nichols, who's looking to stay sharp and on top of his game, as he's only given up one hit so far in this ball game and surrendered no runs. Pitch, and that is a hit, base hit up the middle for Nick DiNapoli. He looks to turn two. Will he get down? Yes, he will. Aggressive base running from Nick DiNapoli, and that will stand up as a double for Christopher Newport, as that may be the trick for them to unlock their offense here, hopefully, in this game against Randolph-Macon. What a display of speed there for Nick DiNapoli. He was shaking and baking around the base paths. A little Ricky Bobby action there for Nick DiNapoli, showing that speed. Love the effort from him. Hopefully, now seeing you dugout, plenty of energy going now. Hopefully that'll spark plug them and see what happens here with Brandon Walker up at bat, hoping to drive Nick DiNapoli in. As it continues as a slow drizzle out here in Holly Springs, North Carolina, this rain just won't go away today, but we'll continue to play baseball and we'll continue to have fun here at Ting Stadium in Holly Springs. Matt Nichols, delivery, low in the dirt for a ball. So now we have finally a situation where Matt Nichols will have to respond to a little bit of adversity with a man on second who is showing he's a speedster, and Brandon Walker up at bat right now looking to drive DiNapoli home, hopefully with a base hit or better. Here, 1-0 count, 1 out, pitch. Ball out to right field, and it's gone! Brandon Walker with a 2-run shot here at the top of the 5th. And CNU faithful has now something to cheer for, as that will tie the ball game up here 2-2. And CNU looks to now put the pressure on Randolph-Macon. What a hit by Brandon Walker. Big time from him. Now we will see Randolph-Macon have to respond to some adversity as Austin Henry comes up to bat for the Captains. I mean, that ball just exploded off from his bat. What power shown by Mr. Walker there. You can hear the CNU faithful cheering very loudly now. It's crazy how one swing of the bat can change a lot of things for teams. And now we'll see what Randolph-Macon is made for, as we have our grounds crew out there doing some mound keeping right now to keep the mound up to par. While we'll do that, we will revisit Mr. Walker. You know, wasn't at bat for him. You know, coming up, 2-2 count, saw a pitch he liked. And now that, like I said, for CNU, a team that has faced Randolph-Macon already this year and has not won yet against them, that hit could be the turning point of this game and hopefully gives them some confidence going forward against the tough Nichols. And now for Randolph-Macon, for Nichols, how will he respond to being, you know, this tight spot? And for CNU, they'll look to capitalize. As our grounds crew continues to try to clean up the mound, we'll take a short break and come right back with you. We are back with a quick break to fix our mound out there. But now Austin Henry up the bat facing Matt Nichols with now a ball high pitch, or his first pitch. 1 out here at the top of the 5th. So here now, strike pitch for Nichols. Here we go. Low pitch there for Mr. Nichols. Count is 2-1 here with 1 out. As Austin Henry faces him, hoping to continue CNU's momentum right now in the top of the 5th. And here's the pitch. And there's another low pitch from Mr. Nichols. I see some warming up going on down in the Randolph-Macon bullpen. So hopefully they're probably looking to, hopefully Matt can get out of this inning, hopefully. Maybe extend him a little more. as we can see right now, there's been some trouble with keeping the balls dry as they continue to rotate balls in and out to the umpire here. Hopefully, that might be why Matt is having some trouble now with his location of his pitches. We'll have to monitor that as we go out the game to see what goes on. Here we go. Pitch. And a foul off from Austin Henry. You know, in these conditions like they are today, you know, not ideal for everybody involved, but as a player and as a coach, you know you cannot make excuses with this much on the line. And so, you know, yes, maybe conditions could be better, but we have to play through these things in order to advance and get to the College World Series. And there is a walk for Austin Henry. And now we see Randolph-Macon their dugout for the first time today with some disturbed looks on their faces as their team faces some adversity right now with seeing you with another guy on at the top of the fifth looking to add more runs to this scoreboard. And now we have a mound visit from the coach from Randolph-Macon. And we will take a short break and come right back with you. And we are back in Holly Springs, North Carolina for this D3 South Regional matchup for Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon. There was a quick mound visit from Coach Ray Hedrick of Randolph-Macon, hopefully to give some words of encouragement or direction to Matt Nichols, who's been doing great up until this inning where Christopher Newport has been able to rock him around a little bit. Brandon Walker with a 2-run shot to tie this game up at 2-2. And now that Austin Henry has reached first on a walk, he's in a very, very precarious situation. Now, facing the top of the lineup, Jordan Mason for CNU. And a pick-off attempt, trying to keep Austin Henry honest on that first base pad. And we have the count is 0-1 right now for Mr. Nichols. Here. Have a slight pause in the action. Hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast. We're glad to bring it to you here today. We are very, very excited. We're in for a great matchup between two great teams here at Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here we go. Ready for the next pitch. Oh, he goes. And he will beat out the throw, and Austin Henry takes second. And now Christopher Newport has a guy in scoring position, and Jordan Mason has a great opportunity to add runs for his team. Randolph-Macon right now is trying to figure out their way through this inning. The tie has quickly changed for them. And so how will they respond to some adversity here against Christopher Newport? Christopher Newport dugout has a lot of energy right now, which is great. I would argue that through the good and bad, you should always have that same type of energy. Keeps everybody's spirits up. But normally this is what happens when you get some momentum and things start turning your way. Here we go. Pitch. And that will be called a ball. So the count is now 2-1 for Jordan Mason, who at his first at bat, he grounded out. He's 0 for 1 today. And he's looking now to hopefully do better. I'm sorry, 0 for 2 on today. He's hoping to do better now with a runner in scoring position. Here we go. As we wait patiently for this next pitch for Matt Nichols. And there's a hit down the first base line where it will foul off. With a runner in scoring position right now, prime opportunity for CNU, and Jordan Mason can be the guy that can bring Austin Henry home, which would give them the lead here in this matchup against Randolph-Macon. Here he pops out. Will it drop in the gap? It will not, and the runner will not try to tag up. So Austin Henry is still on second. Jordan Mason will retire, and Connor Clark will come up, who is also 0 for 2 on the day and is looking to hopefully bring in his runner or his teammate, Austin Henry. Here we go. Here's the pitch. And as we call a strike, nice location there from Nichols in the bottom of the strike zone there. Here, delivery. A little high. So we've now seen Matt Nichols, who started off really strong. He's starting to misfire on his locations, and a guy who was ahead of the pitch count a lot of the times during his stint today is starting to fall behind a little bit. But let's see how he can respond to this right now, and hopefully get his team out of this jam with no more damage done. And there is a foul off attempt for Connor Clark. And for those who did not tune in last night for the game against Cobb, New Jersey and CNU, Connor Clark was the hero of the game. The walk-off single, he had an at-bat where he had 12 foul-off ball attempts and battled to get that hit. And so today, Connor Clark has gone to a slow start, but he's a tough competitor, which he showed last night. So this is a good spot for CNU to have him up right now with a guy in scoring position. Hit the pitch. And he pops up. And comes up with the catch and out. So Randolph-Macon gave up 2 runs here in that top of the 5th. But now look to respond here in the bottom. And we'll be right back with more action from Holly Springs and Ting Stadium. We are back at Holly Springs, North Carolina, here at Ting Stadium, bringing you action from Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon College. Here we have Ryan Duforn, leadoff for Randolph-Macon, up to bat in the bottom of the fifth. He is 0 for 2 on the day today, as he looks to now hopefully get his team back up in this ball game with a bunt attempt there, but called ball. First pitch from Josh Husby, who has definitely regained his confidence and control. Last inning, he had 2 strikeouts, which will probably carry over to his confidence level here, bottom of the fifth. Here, the delivery, and that'll be a call ball. So count 2-0 right now for Ryan Duforn, who is, like I said, first team all ODAC performer this year, has been a standout on this Macon team, who has been very strong throughout the year. Here we go. Pitch delivery. Outside again for Husby. So early in this bottom of the fifth, Husby has a little bit of trouble finding his location on his balls right now. Here, the pitch. And that's a nice strike breaking ball for Husby. 3-1 count. Hitters count here for Duforn. Very patient hitter. Will look to capitalize on this. Here the windup. And he will walk. So Ryan Duforn would take first base. He was 0 for 2 before that at bat. So reaching first on a walk. And he is a speedster. Ryan Duforn is. He has 22 steals in the ODAC, which is first in a program record for Randolph-Macon. So 51 runs as well, which is second in the ODAC and the program record for Randolph-Macon. So Ryan Duforn is a very, very dangerous base runner. So right now we see the pitching coach meeting his team in the infield on the mound, probably giving some instruction on how to deal with this at bat with Butler coming up and with a dangerous base runner, Duforn, on the bag right now. Very interested to see how this inning goes. I think the best teams are teams that are hardened by mistakes. And Randolph-Macon, had a tough top of the fifth, but now with a good start with Duforn getting on, let's see if they can respond like good teams do to adversity and see if they can get back on the winning side of things in this ball game. Here, Husby at the mound, winds up, first pitch, inside corner strike. So Jeff Butler, who he is facing, is a very, very dangerous hitter for Randolph-Macon. He is third in the ODAC with 8 home runs on the season. So he must be very careful. A pickoff attempt there for Husby with Duforn. Like I stated before, a very, very dangerous runner. Leads the ODAC in steals. So they are very mindful where he is and what he can do as a base runner. We have a pause here on the field. We see our grounds crew taking a lap around the field. Coach Duty and Coach Owens, who have done a great job here this weekend with the grounds, trying to keep everything up to par. So shout out to those guys. Here we are, 2-2 ball game. 0-1 count for Jeff Butler with Duforn on first base, looking to add some runs here in the bottom of the fifth for Randolph-Macon. They try to pick him off again. Unsuccessful. Duforn, a very, very savvy base runner, probably knows this, so he's going to be very, very cautious with his lead, knowing that, hey, they're going to try to pick him off if they get the opportunity. Yep. A bunt attempt. Called ball. So we have to count 1-1 right now for Jeff Butler. Another pickoff attempt. They are very, very mindful of Dufort on the bags here. They do not want him to steal one and get in scoring position for Jeff Butler. Bunt attempt, and it was too high and an out for Jeff Butler. Seth Woodard coming in with the play from third. Jeff Butler will not be happy about that attempt. And he tried to lay down a bunt down the third base line, ended up popping it up. So now we have Cole Migliorini, my mistake, up to bat today. Cole Migliorini is first pitch. He pops it out to left field. And that'll be out. That'll bring it to 2 outs. Very quick at bat for Josh Husby. And Cole Migliorini will retire here in the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up Rick Spires, who's had a great game so far. Has laid down an RBI single and laid down a beautiful bunt and was able to advance to second on a wild throw to first. So he's had 2 productive at-bats here for Randolph-Macon, looking to help his team again here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch. Nice breaking ball for Josh Husby as the count goes to 0-1 here in this ball game. Looks like the rain is lighting up a bit out there to our liking, which is great. Hopefully it'll stay off as we try to finish out this ball game. And here we got a pop out to right field and 3 outs. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 5th. And CU is able to escape with no runs on the board from Macon as we head to the top of the 6th. Tie ball game 2-2 here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. We are back here at Holly Springs, North Carolina for the top of the 6th inning in a 2-2 ball game between Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon University. Seth Woodard is up to bat now for the Captains. And we have a pitch here for Matt Nichols, a called ball. So Randolph-Macon has decided to stick with Nichols right now, even after that shaky 5th inning he had. Shows the confidence and trust they have in him going forward. Here we go. Next pitch. Call ball. A little outside for the umpire liking. So we have a count of 2-0 for Seth Woodard, who is a very dangerous hitter. His 2 at-bats today, he struck out in his first at-bat and walked the second, but he's a very capable hitter, and I'm sure Macon knows that. And there's a strike for Mr. Nichols. Here we go. Next pitch. A slow chopper down third base line. Can he make the throw? Yes, he will. Good play by the twin of Matt Nichols. Nice play to first base for the first out of the bottom of the top of the 6th inning. Excuse me. Now we have DH John Anderson up, who his first 2 at-bats today. He grounded out and he has singled in his second at-bat. So 1 for 2 on the day for John Anderson. Pitch for Nichols. That'll be called ball. So 1-0 count for him. Here we go. Second pitch. Called strike for Mr. Nichols. It'd be good for Mr. Nichols to find that strike zone again. I know he's struggled the past couple innings with getting comfortable again with that strike zone like he was earlier in the game. But he's capable, and I'm sure he's looking to do that right now. Here we go. Third pitch. Very high and away for Nichols. Here we go. And the delivery. Foul off by John Anderson. Brings the count to 2-2 for this at bat. So Michael Nichols, third baseman for Macon. Matt Nichols, pitcher for Macon, are both twins. And also they have an older brother who was on the squad as well on the roster. So trio of Nichols on Randolph-Macon. And it was told to me that also they have 3 younger brothers that also may be baseball players as well. So maybe future Yellow Jackets for Randolph-Macon. Here they go with the pitch. A little low there for the umpire. So now we're at 3-2, full count here in the top of the 6th with 1 out for John Anderson and CNU. This game has so much on the line. You can tell both teams are engaged. This is a big game going forward in this region. Here we go. Pitch, wild pitch, and that will be a ball, and John Anderson will take first base with a walk. So CNU with 1 on now. And coming to bat now is Nick Bayham, first baseman for CNU. Nick Bayham is 0 for 2 on the day today right now. And it's looking to improve that right now with a run on first with 1 out here at the top of the 6th. Nice pitch there from Matt Nichols. As he gets a swing and a miss from Nick Bayham. Count is 0-1. Here, pitch. And it's another swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball from Matt Nichols as Nick Bayham falls behind 0-2 in the count. You know Randolph-Macon is probably looking for a double play opportunity here. Here, it might come right now. Can they turn 2? Won't be able to hold the slow dribbler to third, and they'll just take the 1 out. So now 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Good play by Michael Nichols, third baseman for Randolph-Macon. And now we have Craig Johnson up to bat, who is 0 for 2 on today with a ground out and pop up from his first 2 at bats. Craig Johnson, like I said before, homered last night in CU's win over College of New Jersey, and is looking right now to help his team in a spot with a man on second in scoring position. Matt Nichols takes his time, checks that guy at second. Good block by the catcher, and that'll be a 1-0 count for Matt Nichols. Here we go. Once again, Craig Johnson at the plate facing Matt Nichols. Top of the 6th, 1-0 count. Runner on second. Here we go. Pitch delivery. And that's a foul off attempt for Craig Johnson. Here we go. 1-1 count for Craig Johnson. Here. Pitch goes. And will that fall in the gap? Will it fall? It will. Craig Johnson's rounding 2. The runner will score from second. And that will be a stand-up double for Craig Johnson. Another big hit for him as he improves to 1 for 3 today, but a timely hitter in this Newport offense. Great hit for Craig Johnson, and that will give Christopher Newport the lead for the first time today, 3-2, as the captains look to extend it now with Nick DiNapoli up to the plate. DiNapoli, in his last at bat, doubled, so he's looking to hopefully improve on that as well. We have another mound visit from Coach Hedrick to his pitcher, Matt Nichols. Hopefully to get out this spot right now. Tough spot for the Yellow Jackets. And we'll see. And we'll be right back with more action from Holly Springs, North Carolina. We are back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. I am Bryson Gibson bringing you the call today. CNU has taken the lead for the first time here today, 3-2 over Randolph-Macon with a runner in scoring position, Craig Johnson, and Nick DiNapoli at the plate, who doubled on his last appearance for the captains. Here we go. And the delivery from Nichols. Will it drop in the gap? No. It will not. It will not. Great play from the right fielder. As now, Randolph-Macon will, for the first time today, be down in this ball game 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back with more action from Holly Springs, North Carolina. And we are back in Holly Springs, North Carolina, bringing you action from this D3 South Regional. Randolph-Macon takes the plate now. Joseph Tizzolo, they're down 3-2. Josh Husby has gotten more confident on the mound for CNU as they look to try to regain the lead back from CNU. And first pitch, fouled off attempt, good rip from Joseph Tizzolo. That was a quick rip, almost like a lightsaber for all you Star Wars fans out there. Quick rip from Joseph Tizzolo there. Here we go. Count 0-1. Here pitch. And a strike right down the middle for Josh Husby. As I said before, he's getting a lot more comfortable now with his pitching. Little inside on that pitch. Oh, call. Yep. Well, 1-2 count. 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So here we go. Key at bat. Joseph Tizzolo up to bat. And here's the delivery. And he rips it off again. He's a powerful hitter for Randolph-Macon. Here we go. The delivery in the dirt. So 2 ball, 2 strikes. Joseph Tizzolo was an all-ODAC first teamer this year. 11 home runs, which is first in the ODAC and 17th in the nation. First on the team with 14 multi-RBI games and had a 21-game hit streak during the season. So this is a very dangerous hitter right now for Randolph-Macon. Somebody they hope can get the offense back going again. Another pitch for Husby in the dirt. So we have a full count here. First at batter for Joe Tizzolo for Randolph-Macon. Pitch. And he will walk. So Joseph Tizzolo will take first with a walk to open up this bottom of the 6th inning for Randolph-Macon. Now we have Yergin, the catcher, up to bat for Randolph-Macon. And kind of just going back to what I've seen here in this last 2 or 3 innings, is CNU has regained momentum, and their dugout, who is very engaged, very energetic, has shown that. And on the contrary, Randolph-Macon, who has suffered some adversity over the past couple innings, has a very dull dugout, which I would argue which hurts in these situations, because you want to, as teammates, you want to always be energetic and be there for your teammates to keep them, energized during the game. It's almost like they watched the episode of The Office, and they've kind of got some Dunder Mifflin, attitude right now, kind of laid back. And right now in this game, you don't want to have that. This is a tight, contested game. You want to be engaged through the good and bad here in this D3 South Regional ball game. Like we're having a pitching change here. Josh Husby got a round of applause from his fellow teammates and fans here in Holly Springs. And we're looking to get that pitching number as we speak. And we'll be right back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. We are back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning between Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon College. Right now we had a pitching change. Austin Slough has came in for Josh Husby for the captains. Austin Slough is 3-1 on the year. He has appeared in 15 games with an ERA of 2.88. So he looks to come in now and help his team out in this squeeze with a man on first. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Count 1-0. First pitch was a ball. Here, pitch. And that ball has some distance. Will it get over? Yes, it will. A big-time home run from Reese Yergin. And that will regain the lead for Randolph-Macon, going up 4-3. That a big-time hit for the Jackets. The catcher for Randolph-Macon. And he is showing some emotion right now coming to the dugout. They must have heard me with the Office reference of being a little dull in that dugout. They are back on their feet. And the fans here are loving it here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Austin Slough now in a tough spot. Just entered the game. Gives up a 2-run shot. Now must regain his composure. And now face the next batter. It's Cole Grindy, DH, for Randolph-Macon. Reese Yergin shows some power there. Sending that ball out to Ting Stadium. Almost hitting the scoreboard there. Ground out to first. And he will be out. Cole Grindy will retire in the bottom of the 6th. But some power show there by Reese Yergin. Hitting it over. Timely shot. Home run for the Yellow Jackets. Hit my partner to the right. Berg was signifying it with the line drive or hand motions. She's into this game as well. Here we go. Now up, we have Michael Nichols, third baseman. First pitch, ball for Austin Slough. Michael Nichols here trying to increase that lead. Inside pitch, there, ball again. So 2-0 for Michael Nichols. Another pitch it away. That will be another ball for Austin Slough. Going back to Reese Yergin, he was an all-ODAC first teamer. Appeared in 36 games with 34 starts. Here we go. Pitch. Nice strike there for Slough against Nichols. Second on the team with 6 home runs. So not a stranger to home run power. It's Reese Yergin. Here we go. Another strike for Austin Slough here. And a full count for Michael Nichols. We're in the bottom of the 6th here. For 1 out. Nobody on. Pitch. And he will strike out. He will strike out. Austin Slough painting that outside corner. Fitting it right in there like a game of Tetris. That puzzle piece. And that will be a big strikeout for him. And he hopes to gain some confidence now. As now he'll face Zach Evans, who is the shortstop for Randolph-Macon. Zach Evans is on the day. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout here today. So Zach Evans looking to have a good at bat facing Austin Slough. 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th, 4-3, Randolph-Macon advantage. Here's the pitch in an outside corner for Austin Slough. Here's the next pitch. Fouled off by Zach Evans. Like we promised, folks, a back and forth baseball game. Two teams that are very, very mentally tested ready for this ball. Then second pitch. Oh, strike. Nice pitch there from Austin Slough. Swinging and miss for Zach Evans. Like I was saying, two teams that are very, very mentally tough and here for a reason. And they're going to bring a good baseball game just like I promised you. And here we go. Pitch again. Inside. So we have 2-2 here for the captains. For Zach Evans. So 2s across the board here in the bottom of the sixth. 4-3 advantage, Randolph-Macon. Here we go, pitch. And he hits it. Would that have enough power? Oh, foul. Very, very close with Zach Evans. Almost another home run for the Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of the sixth. Man, those right there. Back in my day when I played baseball, I never could get the ball that far. I only dreamed of doing stuff like that. Watching these guys hit it so far and the thing they're doing right now is very impressive to see. As Zach Evans steps back in the box, 2s across the board, 4-3 advantage for Randolph-Macon. Here's the pitch and delivery. Ball is up, pop out. Play by the second baseman. And CNU will finally get the 3 outs, but not before damage is done as Randolph-Macon regains the lead, and they're up 4-3 heading to the top of the 7th inning. Here back in Holly Springs, North Carolina, bringing you some great baseball action here in the D3 South Regional between Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon College. We have a pitching change. Christian Koch, right-hand reliever for Randolph-Macon. He has had 14 relief appearances this year, 5 saves, 15 strikeouts, and 12 1/3 innings. Against CNU, the last time they faced off, he had a scoreless ninth for the save against CNU. He's also the career leader with 71 appearances in a Randolph-Macon jersey. So this guy is used to being in the game in these moments and facing a hot hitter in Brandon Walker, who had a 2-run homer last time he was at bat. Oh, I had to get that out. First pitch, a swing, foul off. Brandon Walker getting up a little slowly and gingerly as he took a spill there. Hopefully he's okay. Like I was saying before, Christian Koch, great spot for him to come in right now. They is a very experienced reliever, and this is a big ball game for Randolph-Macon as they regain the lead in the bottom of the sixth, and hopefully he's able to help them get down this tight stretch of this game. But CNU will not go down easily, as we have seen. They have battled back in this game once and surely can do it again with opportunities ahead. So count 0-1. Christian Koch facing Brandon Walker for CNU. Christian Koch here with the windup. And that'll be outside. Inside, I'm sorry. Too far inside for a ball for Christian Koch. Here. The wind up. Breaking ball will be a little too far inside again. 2 balls, 1 strike. As you see, he's trying to work the inside of this strike zone against Brandon Walker, who homered in his last at bat. Here, Christian Koch again. A hit up the middle. Oh, the second baseman juggles it, and Brandon Walker will reach on a infield error for Randolph-Macon. So Brandon Walker has reached safely on first. And that was a good start to CNU as they look to regain control of this game. And Austin Henry comes up to bat. And his at-bats today, Austin Henry has walked and has grounded out. So he's 1 for 2 on the game today. So here we go. Top of the 7th, 4-3 ball game. Randolph-Macon advantage. Austin Henry at the plate for CNU. And here's the we have a pause here from the pitcher. Here we go. Look, he squares the bunt. Austin Henry down the first base line. And forced out at first. Runner is advanced, though, for CNU. So now CNU, with a sacrifice bunt there from Austin Henry, has a runner in scoring position for Jordan Mason, who is 0 for 3 today on the game, and will be looking to help his team in a tight spot right now in a 4-3 ball game facing Christian Koch. Here, the delivery. Foul off attempt for Jordan Mason. Here we go. And there's the pitch. Foul off again for Jordan Mason. So we have an 0-2 count right now with a man on second. Randolph-Macon just regained the lead in the 6th inning. Christopher Newport looking to regain it right back here in the top of the 7th with a man on second and a Jordan Mason here at bat with only 1 out. And right now, here the pitch. A little low. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes for Jordan Mason. Thank you for those tuning in with us today. Hope you're enjoying this action right now. 2 teams battling out for the chance to be 3-0 in the South region right now. Here they ground out to the second baseman, and Jordan Mason will be out at first, but the runner did advance to third. So now Brandon Walker is on third with Mr. Connor Clark up to bat, who so far today is 0 for 3, but has shown the ability in this region, has shown the ability to battle and make timely hits in this region. Here you go, first pitch, Cope. fouled off for Connor Clark. Connor Clark is a freshman, and last night after his walk-off single, had a nice press conference with some of our folks here at Wing and Peace, and he was very, very grateful for the opportunity to play college baseball, and this is the moment he's dreamed of. So happy for him competing out here today. Second pitch, swinging a miss for Connor Clark, but he is very grateful for the opportunity he's in right now and looking right now to help his team even more in a tight spot here, down a 4-3 with 2 outs in the count 0-2 against Christian Cope. Here, pitch, fouled off again. And Connor Clark is no stranger to fouling balls off. This is what he did last night, late in the game. He's a very frustrating hitter for pitchers because he makes you throw a lot of different stuff while at one at bat. And he's going to do that and hopefully frustrate you enough to where you give him a pitch he likes. And hopefully he can help his team. Brandon Walker inching down the third base line. Pitch a little wide. Ball. So we have a 1-2 count here in the top of the 7th. Connor Clark at bat. Fouling off again. Both dugouts on their feet. Fans at the edge of their seats right now as they watch this game unfold. Both teams are playing at a high level. Both teams have had the lead. Great back and forth baseball here today in Holly Springs. Here we go, pitch. And another foul off attempt for Connor Clark as he takes a deep breath here, knowing that he's in another big spot for his team. Hoping to help him out right now as they battle a tough Randolph-Macon squad, number 1 in this region, and a top 5 team in the country that they're facing. Back up the bat, Connor Clark. Brandon Walker is inching down third base line. And another foul off attempt for Connor Clark. He's not going to go away, ladies and gentlemen. Seems that the wind is starting to die down a little bit out there. Just a tad bit. Rain is cleared up for now. Baseball is resumed here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here we go. Oh. And Connor, nice rip down the first base line, but it will be a foul ball. He was ready to explode down that first base line. Thought he had a hit there. But great at bat right now with the count being 1-2. And he's really making Christian Coke battle for this last out of the 7th inning for Randolph-Macon. Here we go. Oh. Grounded out to third. Routine out. And Macon will survive that inning. Christian Coke came in relief. Did his job. No damage done that inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th with Randolph-Macon up 4-3 against Christopher Newport. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Holly Springs, North Carolina. Bryson Gibson on the call here. And we have a 4-3 ball game. Austin Slough, who took the mound last inning for the Captains, had a rocky one, to say the least. Gave up a 2-run shot to Reese Yergin, catcher for Randolph-Macon. But now, new inning, new beginnings. He faces now Dufourn for Randolph-Macon. First pitch, ball. Dufourn today is 0 for 2 with a walk. So he's looking to hopefully reach base again via walk or base hit, or even better, something better than that. A little inside for the umpire's liking. So we have a 2-0 count. Austin Slough, like I said, had a rough inning last inning, and so it would be really good for him to get out to a good start, get his confidence back as these Randolph-Macon bats, do not let up anywhere in the lineup. I'm sorry, my mistake here, ladies and gentlemen. Austin Slough is not on the mound anymore. 26, Brian Owens is on the mound now for the Captains of Christopher Newport. My apologies. Count 2-2. Brian Owens has came in to relieve Austin Slough. Here we go. Pitch. And a foul off for Dufourn. Brian Owens, a lefty just like Slough. So, and numbers are very similar as well. So from the press box, they look like they were the same pitcher. So my apologies again. But Brian Owens on the mound now, hoping to help his team in a tight spot here. Hopefully, get back to the top of the 8th with no runs scored by Macon. Here we go. Pitch. And a little low there for Brian Owens. And so 3-2, full count for the leadoff hitter, Dufourn, for Randolph-Macon. Pitch. And it's a slow grounder to the third baseman. He scoops. And the throw is good. And Dufourn is out at first. Great play by Seth Woodard for Christopher Newport. And that will bring up Jeff Butler, who is 1 for 3 on today with a single. Oh, I'm sorry. He had an error and reached base. So Jeff Butler will look now to get the offense started in the bottom of the 7th for Randolph-Macon. And there's a swing and a miss. Great pitch from Brian Owens. Going up 0-1 in the count. Brian Owens, the delivery. Low in the dirt. So count is now even. 1-1. One's across the board here right now. Jeff Butler waits the pitch. Delivery. Butler. Hit. Pop out to the center fielder. Center fielder for Christopher Newport, who is Jordan Mason with the catch out there. Now Cole Migliorini, who is up now for the Yellow Jackets. First pitch from Owens, strike, changeup. Cole Migliorini leads the team in hits with 59 on the year. To be a great spot for him to get a hit for his team. And they try to jumpstart some offense. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Migliorini may have the best last name out of the regional as well. So kudos to Migliorini on that as well. He just saw another strike from Brian Owens. So count now goes to 1-2 for Migliorini. As CNU looks to get out this inning with no damage done. Here we go. Delivery from Owens. Down the dirt. Ball. So 2's across the board here for Mr. Owens. Miglerini was an all ODAC second teamer this year. So solid year for him for the Yellow Jackets. Here he is, lefty on lefty. Pitch. Outside the strike zone. So we have a full count here at this at bat for Cole Miglerini, facing off with Brian Owens. Pitch, delivery, strike out, looking for Cole Miglerini. Brian Owens coming in relief, doing his job, giving up no damage, and seeing you now heading to the top of the 8th, down 1 run. What will happen next? We'll be right back to Holly Springs with you. We are back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here with Seth Woodard at bat. Dangerous third baseman for CNU. Seth Woodard today. First pitch from Christian Koch. Be outside, a little outside. Here's Seth Woodard today. Has reached base on the walk. Has not recorded a hit so far. But facing a new pitcher and Christian Koch, we'll see how his luck may change. Pitch, strike there for Christian Koch. CNU would love to get some runs on the board right now in the 8th to put the pressure back on Macon. Here we go. Wind up. Delivery. Strike. What a pitch from Christian Koch. Nice curveball there. All-speed pitch from the experienced reliever as Seth Woodard looks to jumpstart this offense for CNU right now. Here we go. Pitch. Fouled off for Seth Woodard. You see like the sun is trying to peek his way out here in Holly Springs. We welcome you, son, if you want to make an appearance. Would love to see you here. Even though I am in the press box, but still love to see you. Catch a glimpse of you.
Just coming out.
Come on out. Here we go. Next pitch. Christian Koch. And that'll be called ball. So we have 2-2 count here in the top of the 8th for Seth Woodard. Dangerous hitter, third baseman for the Captains. Delivery. Did he go? And he went. That'll be a strikeout for Seth Woodard. Looking. Christian Koch records a strikeout here early. Top of the 8th for the Yellow Jackets. Now up, DH John Anderson, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout record as well. Oh,
Oh,
right in the gap over the shortstop, and that will reach the wall. He will go for 2,
stand up.
and that will be a stand-up double for John Anderson. As you can hear the CNU faithful up on their feet, as they hope this will be the start of a rally for the captains.
Pinch runner.
And we have a pinch runner that has entered the game for CNU. Pinch runner number 5, Joseph Cutchins, has entered the game for the captains. Joseph Cutchins has 2 stolen bases on the year. Has a little more speed on the bag for CNU in this tight spot. And now we have first baseman Nick Bayham, hopefully in a position now to score the tying run at second with a hit here to tie this ball game up for CNU. As they check the runner at second, making sure he's not getting too big of a lead, Joseph Cutchins. As I look in the dugout, I'm seeing now that CNU has a player wearing a chain of a money sign down there. I think Mr. John Anderson with the big hit, now wearing the money chain. Big ups to him down there for his jewelry. Here we go. We have a swing and a miss. 0-1 count for Nick Bayham with a run on second, tying run that would send this game. Here we go. Pitch, delivery, and a swing and a miss again for Nick Bayham. Great off-speed pitch by Christian Koch. Christian Koch has a unique delivery as he goes very low in his stance and unleashes from an awkward stance. I think it's a different pitching stance that the senior hitters must get a beat of. They want to be successful here in this game. Here we go. Pitch, delivery, and a strikeout, a swing and a miss for Nick Bayham, and Christian Koch records another strikeout, giving us 2 outs down at top of the 8th. And a big at bat here for Craig Johnson, who has had a big game already with the RBI single he had to give him the lead.
What number? Pitcher's phone.
And now we have a pitching change for Randolph-Macon. Christian Koch coming out in relief for this tight contested battle. We will be right back with you all here in Holly Springs, North Carolina, as it's 4-3, top of the 8th. Good action here in Holly Springs. We are back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina for this great action in this D3 South Regional Baseball game between Christopher Newport and Randolph-Macon College. Here's Bryson Gibson on the call here. We have a pitching change. Number 28, Cody Thompson. Coming into relief, Christian Koch, who did a solid job of helping his team get into position to win this game. Cody comes in with 17 appearances, which leads the team. He has 1 win and 3 saves on the year. 42 strikeouts in 28 and 2/3 innings. So he's looking right now to add to that save count, looking for magic number 4, as he looks to help his team secure a win against this tough CNU squad. And Craig Johnson will not be an easy out. He RBI doubled in his last at bat. And right now with a runner in scoring position, this is a key at bat. Here we go. Cody Thompson's first delivery. Little inside, but it will be called a strike. Great start for Cody, facing a tough batter in Craig Johnson, who's had a great regional so far and looking to help his team right now in another timely spot for the captains. Here we go. The delivery for Thompson. And a swing and a miss for Craig Thompson. Now 0-2. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Right now, and this sub for Coach Hedrick for bringing in Thompson may look very, very clutch right now if he's able to get this last out to get him out this inning. No kin to Klay Thompson, but Cody Thompson may be just as clutch. Here we go. Pitch, delivery, a pop-up to left, and that will end the inning. Cody Thompson, business as usual for the Yellow Jackets, and now heading to the bottom of the 8th, 4-3 advantage, Yellow Jackets. We'll be right back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. We are back here in Holly Springs, North Carolina at King Stadium. Tightly contested matchup between two very good teams. And Christopher Newport, Randolph-Macon. Rick Spires up the bat. His first pitch he sees from Brian Owens will be a foul off. Rick Spires has been very busy today for his Yellow Jackets. Rick Spires on the day is 2 for 3 with an RBI. So right now, I'm sure Randolph-Macon is looking to add some insurance runs heading to the 9th inning to get himself some breathing room with this dangerous CNU squad who is capable of mounting a comeback at any time with the hitters they have. Here we go. Brian Owens on delivery. That'll be a strike. brings the count to 0-2. Advantage Owens. Once again, just want to give a quick shout out to all the fans here. Great turnout here in Holly Springs. Sun peeking through now. High pitch from Brian Owens. Sun beginning to peak out here. Great day for baseball as now it's turning out to be. Has some troublesome weather earlier. But for the fans that have turned out to be out here today, and for the guys out there playing on the field, good product going on right now here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Here's the pitch from Brian Owens. And it's a little high. Count is now 2-2 for Rick Spires. Rick Spires, like I said, 2 for 3 on the day. Looking to help his team again here in this spot. Pitch goes, and a swing and a miss. And Brian Owens will record another strikeout for the Captains. Brian Owens looks very strong right now in his relief. And now he will need that facing a tough and one of the best hitters in the Macon lineup, Joseph Tizzolo. Here we go, first pitch. And a great breaking ball from Brian Owens. And that'll be a strike. Joseph Tizzolo, first team All-ODAC performer, leads the team in home runs for the Yellow Jackets. Very capable hitter. And will look to help his team right now in this situation. Here we go. Pitch, away, ball. Brings the count to 1-1 with Joe Tizzolo up and Reese Yergin on deck for the Yellow Jackets. Yergin, who homered in his last at bat. Very dangerous 1-2 combination right now. Oh, a swing and a miss for Joseph Tizzolo, which brings the count to 1-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Brian Owens looking very strong in his relief campaign right now. Looking for another strikeout here potentially with this pitch. And here's the delivery. Very high for Owens. Close to the head of Joseph Tizzolo. So Brian Owens wants to find a little better location for that pitch here going forward. Here we go. And the delivery. Foul off for Joseph Tizzolo. Like I said, big game for both teams. Teams looking to go 3-0 in this region, putting them in a great position for tomorrow's championship match. And loser this game has to play tonight. So, big game for both teams in this spot. And that's a base hit to start the inning, or to begin the inning, I'm sorry, for Joseph Tizzolo. A stand-up single. And now, Reese Yergin will take the at-bat. Last time his at-bat had the 2-run home run for the Yellow Jackets. First team All-ODAC performer, catcher for the Yellow Jackets. Let's see what he does here in this spot. First pitch, breaking ball, strike for Brian Owens. Has a .561 slugging percentage. Reese Yergin does, but he just popped out. And the catcher, can he make the play? He will. What a play by Brian Walker, catcher for CNU. And that'll bring us to 2 outs for the Captains. And now we have a new hitter in the lineup. Number 15. We have a new hitter in the lineup for Randolph-Macon. Grant Huckenstein for the Yellow Jackets has played in 18 games, started 12 as a .289 batting average. Putting him in right now and facing Brian Owens from CNU. Grant Huckenstein looking to bring home his fellow teammate, Joseph Tizzolo, who's at first. Here's the pitch. Foul off attempt for Huckenstein. Here we go. Another pitch. Brings the count to 2 balls, 1 strike for Huckenstein. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Low. Too low for the umpire's liking. So we have a 3-1 count. Hitter's count for Grant Huckenstein. Here we go. And the delivery. Popped up. Can he make the play? What a play by the first baseman, Nick Baham, Web Gym. Here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. We got to get the cameras out for that guy. What a play. That'll bring us to 3 outs. And now we're heading to the top of the 9th. Randolph-Macon 4, CNU 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a good one ahead of us. Here we go, folks. Just like I promised. Hope you didn't go anywhere. Top of the 9th. 4-3 advantage for the Yellow Jackets. Cody Thompson dealing for the Yellow Jackets. Up the bat here for Christopher Newport. Nick DiNapoli, who is 1 for 3 on the day. Sees the first pitch as a ball. Big time part of the ball game right now for both teams. Here we go. Pitch. Delivery, a swing and a miss. Brings the count to 1-1 for DiNapoli. Everybody on the edge of their seats right now here at King Stadium looking to see what outcome we're going to have in this ball game. Cody Thompson. Oh, we got a pause here from the ump for DiNapoli. Fixing everything right, just right, as he needs it to be for this big time at bat for him and his team. Here we go. Oh, right up the middle to the second baseman. Routine grounder for the Yellow Jackets. Great play for the second baseman for Randolph-Macon by Jeff Butler making that play at second. But now Cody Thompson will face Brandon Walker, who is 1 for 3 on the day with 2 RBIs from a 2-run homer he had back in the 6th inning. Here it's Brandon Walker now at bat. First pitch he sees, he will watch for a strike from Cody Thompson. Cody Thompson looking to add to his save count. Oh, chopper down to the shortstop. Long throw. It would get there in time for an out. Great play by the shortstop for the Yellow Jackets, Zach Evans. And it brings us now to 2 outs. Down to the last out for Christopher Newport. Austin Henry at bat. Hopefully to extend this game with this at bat with Jordan Mason on deck. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Thompson with a delivery. Pop up. Can Tizzolo make the play to end it? And he will. Randolph-Macon will secure the win, move to 3-0 in the South region, and will play tomorrow, Sunday afternoon. Christopher Newport, who now moves to 2-1, will face an opponent tonight in tonight's nightcap game. Great game from both teams here in Holly Springs. Randolph-Macon made some great plays down the stretch. That ninth inning, Cody Thompson making quick work of the batters, making that a quick 9th inning for them. And now Christopher Newport, who has had a very tough couple of days with the timing of their games and what they've had to deal with, will face the winner of LaGrange College and College of New Jersey. Could be a rematch of last night's epic game with College of New Jersey. But for right now, Randolph-Macon will move to 3-0 and will play tomorrow, Sunday, in the championship matchup and have the chance to advance to the College World Series. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for around 7:30 for a first pitch for LaGrange and College of New Jersey. I am Bryson Gibson signing off for now. Come back with us with GoPeachPacers.com.